Hi everyone, Flaming Footy here and welcome back to a new YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, I'm going to be going over the team that could make club history in 2023. But before I do go ahead and hop into today's video, I just want to tell you guys, I do want to say that I'm sorry recently for not uploading a lot. There hasn't really been a lot of content, although I can tell you there is going to be some great content coming soon on the channel. Let's go ahead and hop into today's video. So it was pretty obvious when I said make club history that I was talking about the Gold Coast Suns. This is why they could make club history, make the finals for the first time ever in their club history. Now, they've never made finals, and I feel like this year could potentially be the year to break through. Now, I do feel like making finals in 2023 will be harder, but I do feel like it is still definitely doable for a team like Gold Coast, who have been on the rise for many years now. And after last year, 2022, playing some great footy and being in finals contention for most of the year, I do feel like 2023 could be a step up where they do make the step into the finals. But they might not. It might be another year or so away. But again, though, the Suns are right in that area to definitely go ahead and contend for the top 8. So let's go ahead, hop into why. So I feel like their forward line does look pretty dangerous. Now, Ben King obviously coming back from an injury is going to be massive for 2023. And then you've got Casbolt and Shaw, the other couple of forwards. They roll with 3 forwards perhaps in their forward line, maybe. Now, even with the loss of Rankin, I do still feel like the loss of Rankin will hurt, though. But I do still feel like their forward line looks dangerous. A bit more time into Roses, and he is almost a Rankin replacement. Thomas Berry could be in the forward line as well next year. So they do have some players. Alex Sexton played really well in round 23. Ben Ainsworth, Darcy McPherson. So they do actually have quite a decent list of forward line and small forwards that could go in and fill the void of Rankin. They're not going to be a Rankin replacement, but they could be the next best thing. So they have a great young list, but with experience. Now, we're talking some of the likes of Noah Anderson, Jack Lukosius, as Ben King, Mubby Troll with some of their better young players. Then you've also got some really experienced players like Levi Casbolt, Tuke Miller, Jared Witts. Some really experienced players in there. Now, their defence line is getting better. I don't really feel like their defence line is awesome, but it is definitely on the rise. Ben Long comes in, Lukosius as he spent his time back there. So they don't have a bad defence line. They've got Butterick back there as well, a couple of other players. They have lots of top-end draft talent shining right now. So what I mean by that is Noah Anderson. Now, I'm not really going to speak about Matt Rowell because I do feel like he hasn't really rised up to his number 1 potential just yet. That could still be a few years away. You could have a breakout year next year. Not saying he can't, but he may or may not. Now, one thing though that I do want to say is Noah Anderson. He is their top-end draft talent that's really shining. Ben King, we haven't really seen a lot of him over the course of the last, 12 months. But again, though, I do feel like he is one of their top-end draft talents really shining. And then you had Rankin, who was obviously not anymore, considering his move clubs. But then you've also got Bailey Humphrey. He could really be a great player. Again, we may not see a lot of him next year because he's going to be a very fresh player. But again, I reckon he's going to be an absolute gun in the future. And then they do have plenty of other players as well across the ground. Jack Lukosius, who is another one that just continues to shine as well. So they played really good footy in 2022 and they're in finals contention for 2022 for most of the year. So I reckon they can break through and make finals in 2023. I don't think it's past them. I don't think they'll slide back down again. I do feel like they will still be in the area they were this year or make the push for the finals. So I don't think they're going to slide down. I think the lowest in 2023 they go would be 12th. I think the highest they could finish like right around that 7th. I don't really see them going too much higher than 7th, but I do feel like they could really slot into the bottom end of the top 8. Because they do have a great list up and coming. They've got some great players in there. And as I said in point number 1, their forward line does look dangerous. So you've got King, Casbolt, and Scholl up there, and then you're going to have, you'd hope to see Roses in there. Sexton probably might get in there. And then you might have Ainsworth in there, perhaps. So there is not a bad forward line at the Gold Coast Suns. I don't really feel like it's a bad forward line at all. It's a pretty good forward line. So, and then their midfield as well was a really good part of 2022 with Anderson, Miller in there, really leading the team from the front. So again, you can really see that they are starting to shine. So they've got plenty of great young talent at the Gold Coast, and I feel like this year could be potentially 2023 could be their year where they do break through and make finals. So that's probably going to bring us to the end of today's video. Feel free to let me know if you feel like the Gold Coast Suns will break through and take the next step and make finals in 2023, or if you do feel like they're still a year or so away. I mean, I feel like this one could go either way. The top 8 is going to be harder to get into, but look, I don't know. It's going to have to be a wait and see to see whether the Gold Coast Suns do get into the top 8. However, they will be hosting in the fixture as well 2 games in the Northern Territory in season 2023 as well, which could help out as well. But that's going to bring us to the end of today's video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comment section. But that's going to bring us to the end of today's video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you guys in the next another video on the channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Bye everyone. Flaming Footy out.